13 people. Hi, people. I am Lilian. Welcome to Brazil. Hello. Nice to see you here. I see here some people already. Let me see who's here. Miss Lucy Barros, how are you? Very nice to see you here. Maria Cecília, good night. Lid Fontanella, hi, how are you? Sayuri, welcome. The eye friend. Ruben, how are you? Very nice to see you here, guys. Today I'm gonna show you a wonderful place. Yeah? And now, well, we're gonna start in a few minutes. Okay. We're gonna start in a few minutes. Okay. And it's wonderful to see you guys here. I want to tell you here about this iFriend platform. This is the biggest platform connecting tourists to local guides. It's fast and easy, coordinating of tourist guide meeting in more than 120 cities in the world. Yes, in the world. We are here in Brazil and we are in other countries as well. Yeah, and we are specialized in guide service and experiences. And I am inviting you to get to know the city like a real local. Okay? And right now, uh, I need to hear something. I want to welcome you to this virtual experience. But just welcome you in this virtual experience, I want to share you something just before starting our tour. Okay? I will unshare my screen here and I will show up for you there. And I want to welcome you with a welcome drink. What do you think? What do you think? Do you know caipirinha? Let me see. Do you know caipirinha? Tell me, tell me there on your chat, on the chat. I want people to interact with me. I don't know if everybody, well, if you are watching me on the TV or if you're watching me on the cell phone or your iPad, I don't know. If you can write to me, it will be great because I want to interact with you. Okay? Um, do you know caipirinha? Well, I want to welcome you with this welcome drink, caipirinha. Caipirinha is the traditional drink from Brazil. Yeah? And I prepared this one very special for this virtual tour, for this virtual experience that we're gonna live today. Yeah? And I will have a little, yeah, a little drink. Yeah? I have my friend from Rio Grande do Sul, then she presented her tour a few days ago, and in the end of the tour, she drinks her champagne. Well, I'm here in the hot place, then I drink caipirinha. Okay? Do you know how to prepare caipirinha? Well, you will need this. You know this? This is like a to mash, like to mash, yeah? You will need lime. Lime is amazing, yeah? And you will need sugar. I don't have sugar now, but you have to cut your lime. You have to cut your lime in the middle, yeah. And inside we have a little white thing. You just take it out, the white part, cutting in four pieces, and then you mash with two spoons, like two little spoons like this, yeah, of sugar. Then you mash. You put your ice there, And then you put cachaça. Cachaça. Yeah. Cachaça is the Brazilian drink, is the Brazilian alcohol drink, traditional drink. Yeah. And mixing everything, putting a lot of ice on it, you will have a wonderful caipirinha. And I have to tell you that when you have a caipirinha, if you have one caipirinha, you get happy. When you have two caipirinhas, you can dance samba. And if you have three caipirinhas, you can even speak Portuguese. Isn't it amazing? I know it is. And another thing that I want to show to you, since people are coming, we have 22 people here. Wow, that's amazing. You know this? Brigadeiro. Brigadeiro is amazing as well. It's done by chocolate, condensed milk, and it's amazing. I have to try? Do you think I have to try this? I will. Mm? Mm. 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 It's amazing. When you come to Brazil, you have to try this. Mm. It's spectacular. Well, a lot of sugar. Yeah. I have other things to show to you. But let's go ahead with this. I think we have 20 people here. I can go ahead. I will share my screen again. And a little bit later, I'll bring you another two things. Yeah? Mm, so good. Let's go. Well, I will tell you about me, about Lilian. Yeah? I am Lilian. I'm a tour guide here in Iguaçu. I was born in São Paulo. I came to live here when I was just 2 years old. Yeah? And uh, this was the place where I grew up, where I studied, and where I became a professional. Yeah, when I began my work experience right here. Well, I majored in business administration in a local university called UniOeste, but tourism was where I found my passion. Yeah, I love to meet people from other countries, from other places. Yeah, interacting with them, sharing this experience is amazing. Like to know from other places and share what I know about my place. Yeah, and showing, of course, showing them the wonders of the city that we have here. I am a tour guide since 2004, and I have worked as a tour guide here in Iguaçu since that time. Always, that's my main job. Yeah, but however, due to this COVID that we are having here, yeah, I have to retool my profession. We had to think about how to continue working, continue doing our working. And then it came this virtual tours that is so amazing. It's amazing to share our knowledge virtually with people that can uh, well, we have to plant, I can say, it's amazing to plant a seed, yeah, in the heart of people that want to travel. If you have never seen what I will show to you, this will be a wonderful experience. Okay, well, and something that I have to tell you is that the links is on the description here, my profile link, the experiences page, yeah, the experiences page related to this tour today, the pages with the special itinerary of the destination, a page of a virtual tours registration in November. Like here in November, during this month, we're gonna have a lot of tourists coming up, okay? And you will be invited. Tomorrow, I don't remember now what we're gonna have tomorrow, but go there, follow the virtual tour schedule in November, subscribe in our channel here and give us a like. This is the time. Yeah? I want to see if you are there giving us a like, subscribe, and give us a like. And every time you're gonna have something coming here on the YouTube channel, you're gonna see us. Okay. Follow our social media as well. On Instagram, we are the iFriends, and Facebook as well. Okay. It will be great to see you. Well, now it's something that I want to ask you. What comes to your mind when you think about Brazil? What comes to your mind when you think about Brazil? Let me know. Someone, someone. I'm seeing the chat here. Nobody answers. Oh my God. Well, I will tell you. Something that I showed to you already, that is the caipirinha, yeah, something that is original from Brazil. We have also probably carnival, football, Christ Redeemer, yeah? All these places, all these things remind you Brazil. Like when you think about Brazil, that instantly come to your mind. Then, I want to ask you, have you heard about a city called Foz do Iguaçu? No? Well, this is the place where we are going today. Foz do Iguaçu. Foz do Iguaçu is the city where I live. And Foz do Iguaçu, yeah, Foz do Iguaçu is a city that stays on the south part of Brazil, right here on the state of Paraná, okay? And is on the west part of Paraná. Most of those cities on the coast, we are inside of the land. We are not on the coast, okay? We are inside of the land. This is my map, Paraná map, yeah. And we are right on the west part here, the city of Foz do Iguaçu, where we have a wonder of the world, yeah, a new wonder of the world. Let's go there. This is the city, Foz do Iguaçu. Foz do Iguaçu. You see there, I put the name Foz do Iguaçu with C cedilha, with double S, and with Z. That's because you can find our city written on those different ways. And then the name of the city actually means Foz, means the confluence of the river or the end of the river. Yeah. And do Iguaçu means the Iguaçu River. Iguaçu is the name of the river of one of these wonders of the world. Is the thing that we're gonna see today, Iguazu Falls. Yeah, Iguazu Falls is on the Iguazu River. The river that we are seeing here is not the Iguazu River. This is the Paraná River. That is also very important here. It's one of the biggest river in South America. Okay, it's the second biggest river in South America after the Amazon. Foz do Iguaçu actually is a city that has around 260,000 people living here. Yeah, this is a map that I'm showing to you. This is the map of our city. I like to explain here the important things. It doesn't look so big, yeah, but it's a touristic map just to see where to go when you come here. Well, important things that we have here: the Iguaçu Falls, Itaipu Dam, the hydroelectric power plant that actually I will be doing another virtual tour on the 28th, and I'm not sure. I think on the 28th I'm gonna do another tour, and I will do about Itaipu Dam. Okay, I'll be talking about Itaipu Dam. And I am already inviting you to come here. At Itaipu Dam, we have the Paraná River, that river that we saw on the picture there, okay? The Paraná River is very important. It's one of the biggest river in South America, as I told you. And we have the Iguaçu Falls that is on the Iguaçu River, that is on this side here. And another special thing about Foz do Iguaçu, when you come to Iguaçu, you are not coming just to Iguaçu. You are coming to three different countries. Three different countries. You know that. You're coming to three different countries. Isn't it amazing? Well, you will be traveling to a place just, well, here is Argentina, here is Paraguay, and here is Brazil. Yeah? And when you visit Iguaçu, you visit three countries: Brazil, Paraguay, and Argentina. Yeah? And we have a lot of things to do here. Well, how we are related with these countries. For now, I have to tell you that because of this pandemic, the border between Brazil and Argentina is still closed. Okay? But the border between Brazil and Paraguay is already open. Okay? What people go to do in Paraguay? Because people go for shopping in Paraguay. But besides shopping, Paraguay has another nice things to do that I can tell you in another time as well. Okay? Actually, I am another thing it's interesting to say is that I am half Paraguayan and half Brazilian. My mother, she's from Paraguay, and my father, he's Brazilian. I was born in Brazil, but we came to live here because of our families. We are right on the border between Brazil and Paraguay here, and here was the point where my parents they were just between their families, close to their families. Okay, that's something interesting. And well, let's go ahead. And what to do in Iguazu? Well, you have a lot of things to do. You can visit the falls. You can do a boat ride on the falls. You can visit the Itaipu Dam, that is one of the biggest hydroelectric power plant in the world. Yeah. You can visit the three countries, Brazil, Argentina, and Paraguay. I mean, you can go to Argentina and you can go to Paraguay and you can visit Brazil. You can do a helicopter ride over the falls. You can know the secret falls. We have a tour here that you can go and see the secret falls. You can go on the river. You can take a big shower. It's amazing. You can go and visit the three landmarks where the three countries meet. You can visit the bird park. That is amazing. Yeah, there we have about 150 different species of birds. We have there a lot of birds that we can have a direct contact with them. And now they they build a very nice sanctuary there, a very nice sanctuary, yes, where the birds interact with the plants, with the insects, and it's so amazing. That's also another thing that I have to tell you in another time specifically. Yeah, otherwise it will take so long here. And we have here the Wax Museum. That is, I'm showing here the Wax Museum, but it's a complex where you have the Wax Museum, the Wonders of the World. We have there a very nice bar, ice bar, and now we have the motorcycle. Sorry, I don't remember that now. But anyway, it's a motorcycle bar. It's called Dreams Motorcycle something. I'm sorry for the Dreamland, but I will remember and I will show better. Okay, let's go. Well, starting our tour here, we're gonna start here at Marco das Três Fronteiras. Why did I try to start here? Because the Marco das Três Fronteiras, the three landmarks, actually is right the point where the Iguaçu River joins the Paraná River and is what gives the name to the town, Foz do Iguaçu. The end of the Iguaçu River is right here. And this point of the city, this point here, this attract this attraction here is actually the oldest attraction that we have in Iguazu after the Iguazu Falls. Okay, and this is a place where you can go and you will be right away going to the history of the development of the city. Yes, there you're gonna see the three landmarks. Besides the three landmarks, we're gonna see Well, you have a wonderful area there. You're gonna be the extra there was made to show you like a little bit about the Jesuitic ruins, yeah, because here is where the Jesuits came to convert the Indians, yeah. Then that takes you to that moment. We're gonna talk there about Alvar Núñez Cabeça de Vaca. That will be our next thing, yeah. And also, of course, the Guarani Indians that was the first people. Okay, sorry, the first. The Guarani Indians was the first inhabitants of our region here. Okay, sorry, I shared my screen. It was just a little. Anyway, see, this was the first inhabitants in our region here. And I can tell you here that uh, the Guarani Indians they were the people who gave us uh, a nice history about the falls, the legend of the falls. Yeah, and this is what I'm gonna tell you now. The legend of the falls talks about talks about two Indians, two Guarani Indians. Yeah, and I want to tell you a little bit about this. The formation of the falls in a romantic way. Yeah, this is what I say. The formation of the falls in a romantic way. The Guarani Indians, that was the first inhabitants in the area, they believed in a god named Mboi. Mboi, if you see this picture here, right on the bottom, on the back, you see a serpent there. And that was a serpent god. And this serpent god was called Mboi, yeah, was a giant serpent living in the river in order to keep in order to keep Mboi satisfied and quiet, humans they had to be sacrificed. One day, a woman called Naipi, she was to be sacrificed. Yeah, she was a really beautiful young lady and the daughter of the chief of the tribe, and she was this lady here. Yeah, there was also a young warrior called Taroba, this guy here. Yeah, and Taroba he was crazy in love with Naipi. From the first moment he saw her, yeah, all the neighboring tribes were invited uh, to attend this important ceremony. Before the sacrifice could take place, he kidnapped Naipi and they feed on the river on a canoe. They went in a canoe with, uh, well, to escape from Boy. When Boy heard it, the god did not appreciate at all. Yeah, he got extremely furious and violently moved his body, causing a giant crack to appear in the earth and giving birth to the huge Iguazu waterfalls. What happened? He came down here, he saw that, well, the river were very plain, yeah, and calm. Then when Taroba and Naipi they decided to escape, the serpent god came through the river, moved the river, and opened a big fan here, opening all these falls. And uh, that was how it was the falls came out. And what happened to Taroba and Naipi? You see this picture on the side here? This picture on the side is one palm tree that we have that is possible to see there on the Argentinian side of the falls. According to the legend, Tarobá, he became a rock constantly hit by the immense force of the water, and Naipe, a palm tree, overlooking to the falls. This way, the two lovers were content to contemplate each other for eternity without even being able to be together again. Yeah, and this was the romantic way to say how this falls was formed. I hope you have understand. Well, and here is the other thing about this is another history that we can get from the three landmarks. Yeah, we have a place there at the three landmarks that is a memorial for Álvar Nunes Cabeça de Vaca. Álvar Nunes Cabeça de Vaca, actually, he was um, explorer. Yeah, he was a guy. He was a very rich Spanish guy. Yeah. Well, but he decided to go to conquest Florida. Yeah, it didn't work. Then he was taken. He was taken by Indians as a slaver. He stayed with the Indians for around 10 years. He walked about 8,000 kilometers and barefoot and naked. Yeah, I think after walking all this time, being like in rain, in sun, cold, yeah, warm, yeah, he maybe got so, uh, I don't know how to explain to you, but he became a purify, I guess, yeah. And well, instead of being a slaver of these Indians, the Indians in one point, one of them um, got he got sick, yeah, and Alvar Nunes put a hand on him and cured him, almost give him alive again, yeah. And since that moment, Alvar Nunes became kind of a god, a semi-god of him, yeah, a shaman from the Indians. And from that point, all the Indians were respecting Alvar Nunes. Alvar Nunes got very friendly with them. They had a very good friend uh, relation, yeah. And uh, well, after he walked the 8,000 kilometers, he went back to Spain. And since he couldn't conquest Florida, what he did, he went back to Spain and asked, well, I want to go to Buenos Aires. I want to conquest Buenos Aires. And guess what? Coming back to here, he came all the way from Spain. He stopped there in Santa Catarina Island, yeah, Ilha de Santa Catarina, yeah, that we can say Florianopolis. He stopped there. From there, he got some information that the Indians devastated Buenos Aires. Then he started to come over here. And in some point, he saw what? He saw this thing, the falls. He was the first white man to see the falls. The first white man to see the Iguazu Falls. And the first reaction that he had was to say, Santa Maria. Yeah. And Santa Maria actually was the first name of the falls. Like for a long time, the falls was called Saltos de Santa Maria. Okay. But the name Iguazu actually comes from the indigenous, from the Guarani. Yeah. Iguazu in Guarani means I means water and Guaçu means big. Iguazu means big water. Okay, that's why it's called Iguazu. Well, talking about Iguazu, let's go there to the Iguazu National Park. Yeah, Iguazu National Park was the second national park created in Brazil. It was created in 1939, and today we have our national park has an area of about 185,000 hectares on the Brazil side and another 67,000 hectares on the Argentinian side. And we can say Iguazu Falls is between Brazil and Argentina. If we imagine a line here, yeah, here, this is the border between countries. 75% of the Iguazu Falls is on the Argentinian side and just 25% on the Brazil side. But let me tell you, when you visit Iguazu, people ask me, what is the best point to see? I'm Brazilian, I may say to you the Brazilian side, or maybe I will say to you Argentinian side. I will tell you, you have to visit both sides. Both sides. Yeah? Why? On the Argentinian side, you're gonna walk on the top of the falls. You're gonna walk very close to the falls. You're gonna have the feeling of the falls. Yes? And on the Brazil side, you're gonna have a panoramic view of the falls. In a short walk, you're gonna have a panoramic view of everything. Then, if you have time to visit Iguazu, I recommend you to visit both sides if the border is open. Yeah, of course. For now, I invite you to come and see the Brazilian side because it's where I am. Okay? Well, and here I want to tell you maybe you know about, have you heard about Santos Dumont? Someone of you have heard about Santos Dumont? Yes? No? Well, Santos Dumont was a very important person for the creation of the national park. He is considered for us Brazilians. Yeah, I would say to Brazilians, since we are little kids, we learn at school that Santos Dumont is the aviation father. We know that in other countries it's not how you learn, but for us, he is our aviation father. He was the guy who first took an airplane out of the ground. Yeah, he was coming to visit. He came in 1916 to Buenos Aires to attend an conference. Yeah, and he was already famous on that time in 1916. Then our mayor here in Iguazu, in Foz do Iguaçu, he actually knew that he was coming. The mayor actually and the pioneer of tourism and hospitality here that was called Frederico Engel. Yeah, Frederico Engel actually he was the one that knew that Santos Dumont was coming to visit the Argentinian side of the falls. But guess what? Uh, the Brazilian side of the falls on that time didn't receive that much visitors because that land was uh, that land was private. It was a private land. It belonged to a Uruguayan farmer called Jesus Val. Yeah, and he was the owner of this land. And when Santos Dumont arrived to there, was like this: was a little house. He had to walk through a lot of jungle to get it. Was very difficult to get from the downtown to the falls. They used to take maybe 4 hours on that time to get to the falls. Jesus Val was living there, and he got very friend to Frederico Engel, that was the the hospitality pioneer in Brazil in Foz do Iguaçu. He actually even allowed him to construct a little hotel there. It was a little house for people who wants to visit because he had his hotel in the downtown, was the first hotel in Foz do Iguaçu, and he had a little extension of his hotel very close to the falls. Federico Engel went to Argentina and invited Santos Dumont to come to Foz do Iguaçu. Can you please, I would like to invite you to see the falls from the Brazil side. He brought him to the Brazil side. He instantly accepted. Santos Dumont, he's Brazilian. Yeah. He instantly accept. He went to visit the falls, but he said it's unfair. Such an amazing place belonged just to one person. Then, after seeing the falls, after being amazed about the falls, he said, I will, instead of going back to Rio, that I have to go now, I will go back to Curitiba. And then in Curitiba, I will talk to the governor. And this is where he was with the governor there, this picture here. He wrote him a letter, yeah. And he said, well, 3 months later, his visit to the governor there in Curitiba, what happened? This land became a published land. Yeah. And in 1939 is when the national park became a national park. Okay. This is why when you go to Iguaçu, you see Santos Dumont. Yeah. He was important for us. And I have to ask you, do you know which is the largest waterfalls in the world? I want to tell you that we have the three biggest waterfalls in the world. They are Victoria Falls in Africa, Niagara Falls in North America, and Iguazu Falls in South America. Yeah. And if you can shout there and tell me, um, if you can shout there and tell me if it's number one, two, or three, what do you think? Which one is the largest? What do you say? One, two, or three? Nobody say anything. I told you one, but it's not true. Actually, the three biggest are Victoria, Niagara, and Iguazu. Victoria Falls actually is the highest. Okay, Niagara Falls is the biggest in volume of water, and Iguazu Falls is considered the largest, the widest. Iguazu Falls is the one that has about 275 different falls. Yeah, and it has about 2.7 meters, 2.7 kilometers of extension. Iguazu Falls is the biggest. Now I want you to watch this video. I think you cannot hear the sound, yeah? But anyway, I want you to watch this video. This is the falls. Just pay attention, enjoy the view. And after this, I'm gonna ask you a question again. Iguazu Falls is amazing. Can you imagine you there? Isn't it a dream? It's a dream place. Isn't it amazing? That's Iguazu Falls. Yeah? One of the new wonders of the world. I want to ask you, watching this video, how do you think this falls was formed? Well, I already told you the romantic way about the legend of the falls, yeah? Now I want to tell you, I want to ask you, If you think this falls was formed by a volcano, by an earthquake, or by erosion. Hmm. I'll give you like a few seconds and then you can answer to me. If it was by volcano, if it was earthquake, or if it was erosion. For the ones who told me volcano, you were a little bit, a little bit close. Earthquake, maybe. Erosion, hmm. Let's see. Let's see. I'll tell you. Well, we have here the rocks, how the rocks were formed. At first, I want to tell you that these rocks they were formed by a sequence of volcanic eruptions. Yeah, the falls was formed by a sequence of volcanic eruptions. These rocks they were about 134 millions of years ago. Uh, we had a lot of geologic fails. Yeah, that was formed in the interior of South America. Yeah, and these fails they worked as conducts, guiding the basalt magmas from the interior of the Earth to the outside, like lavas. Yeah, then it's not a volcano, but it's lavas, volcanic lavas. Yeah, it was not an earthquake, but was a shock that we had before. Yeah, and this was forming the conducts, and the lavas were coming from the inside of the earth, inside of the soil, to the outside. And when these lavas got in contact with the air, very quickly, these magmas were transformed in basaltic rocks. And this picture here were taken this year during the very low amount, the very low, the very dry season that we had this year. Yeah, and here you perfectly can see how this is formed. Yeah. Now here I want to tell you something about the river. Yeah, the formation also. It's still about the formation. First, I told you about the rocks. Now about the river. This river actually starts in Curitiba. Curitiba is the east part of our state. We are right here on the west. Yeah, Foz do Iguaçu is right on the west. And normally, when the rivers they start close to the sea, they will go to the sea, isn't it? This one is special. Instead of going to the sea, it goes to inside of the continent. And do you know why that happened? Also was that phenomenon that happened 134 millions of years ago. The Nazca plate shocked with the South American plate. When they crushed, yeah, the east part of South America here, they got elevate about 3 degrees. Then all the rivers that were on this part here, they started to run to inside of the continent. That's why the Iguazu River doesn't go to the ocean here, but goes to inside of the continent. When it gets there, it forms the falls. After the falls, 20 kilometers, it goes to the Paraná River, and the Paraná River is the one that goes all the way to Buenos Aires and goes to the Atlantic. Okay? Well, just telling you that this is where the three countries join. The Iguazu River joined the Paraná River. Some studies say that this falls was formed kind of when we had that thing happen, the the crushed, the river comes to inside of the continent. What happened? The the river formed here like rocks, and I would say states, yeah, and we had erosion here. We had erosion, and the falls started right there, yeah, and started to come inside, like you see here. This is the end of the river. This is where the falls starts. But they say that the falls started there and we're starting to retrocede here. Yeah. And now is this shape here. They say some studies that I already have read about, they say that the last shape of the falls, what we see today, was formed about two, 1200 years ago. 1200 years ago. 12,000 years ago. Not 1200. 12,000 years ago is the last shape of the falls. If we take another 12,000 years, maybe it will be another 20 kilometers farther. Yeah. And the soil. Here our soil is very red, and also because of that phenomenon. When we had the red color on the soil, it comes from the basalt rocks. The basalt, the biggest composition on the basalt is iron. And with the time, this iron get oxide and get the red color on the soil. That's why we have the soil so red. Sometimes the falls is very green and crystalline. Yeah, I will show you another pictures here. This is the pictures of the falls in a normal volume of water. Yeah, and a little bit higher. Yeah, in a normal volume of water, the water comes very white, clean. Yeah, sometimes green and crystalline. But when we have a lot of rain, the waterfalls becomes brown, red, because the water mix on the soil and this soil gets the water brown. Okay, and this was some pictures that we were taking this year. Yeah, about the dry season. Yeah, it was so sad to see the falls like that. We were not having a lot of rain this year, and well, for now, the volume of water today actually is not so high. Yeah, it's not like this, but it's not like this here as well. Not like this as well. It's in between. In between. Okay, let's go ahead. There. This is a place. This is the amazing place when you do the walking tour on the Brazil side. This place here is so amazing. On this point here, when you do this walk, I say that God gives you two nice presents. Here you get wet. I wish I could make you feel through internet, through virtual, yeah, the feeling that you have coming here. I always say to all my passengers, you can show hundreds of pictures, you can show hundreds of videos, but anything will give you the feeling sensation of being here. Yeah. When you get in this point here, I say God, Mother Nature, gives you two nice presents. One of them is the breeze, the water. Yeah. I used to say that that water, it's kind of magic moisture. Every time you take that water, every time you get wet on that, when you come back 10 years younger. 10 years younger. Yeah. Another thing is, depending on the time that you go there, in a point of the walk here, you can find a pot of gold. A pot of gold. You know why? You know where you find a pot of gold? In the end of the rainbow. In the end of the rainbow. It's one point here that everybody has their own rainbow. Their own rainbow. And you stop there. When you look to the rainbow will start in one of your shoulder, will go around, and will finish in the other shoulder. And you know what? You are the pot of gold. There is amazing. You should go there. You have to come here. Let's go. Another thing that the nature gives to us is like this full moonlight. This is something that is not for a lot of people. Yeah, it's amazing. At night, we have when we have the full moonlight, it's possible to see the rainbow. But this kind of tour, just the people that are there in the hotel inside of the falls, is the one that are allowed to do. Then to do when you come to Iguaçu and it will be full moon, pay attention. You can come and visit the falls, but you have to at night, okay? But you have to be at the hotel there inside of the national park, the Belmont Hotel. That is the people who can go and see. We used to have that tour frequently, like every month, of course. From the Brazil side, just the people that are at the hotel can do. But from the Argentinian side during the week, you can do like during the week that we have the full moonlight. If you do a if you do a booking in advance, it's possible to do. Okay, in this period that we are now, not in Argentina. Yeah, but since everything goes back to the normality, yeah, I think it will be possible. Okay, to be great. Sorry, I think I need a caipirinha. Well, let's go. Another thing that I want to tell you, Iguazu is a wonderful place for bird watching. We have hundreds of birds here. We have 200 different species of birds here. We have so many birds. I think I really need a caipirinha. Ah, okay. We have a different types of birds here on the nature. Yeah, that you can have. It's amazing place for bird watching. It's also an amazing place to see insects. We have amazing butterflies. We have more than 400 different species of butterflies. These yellow ones that we see on the first here, they're called yolk butterfly. And you know what? These butterflies, they are the most common to see around here, but they are the ones that lives shorter. They live just 24 hours since they become a butterfly. Of course, the cycle of life is longer. They take around 8 months of the cycle life since they are little eggs, then they become cocoons, then they become caterpillars, butterflies, yeah? And, no, eggs, caterpillars. Wow, you understand, yeah? The full cycle is about 8 months. This blue one here is called the morpho butterfly. And the morpho butterfly, the morpho butterfly is the one that lives longer. This butterfly can live from 6 to 8 months, and they are the biggest kind of butterfly that we have. It doesn't look so big here on the picture, but it's quite big. This big. This is the 88 butterfly. Is my favorite. We call it the fortune butterfly. Well, it's impossible to have a favorite actually. All of them are so amazing. We have the cicadas, caterpillars. They are so amazing. Such a different types of caterpillars. I just brought one here to see, to show to you. Yeah, but we have amazing ones. We have these ones here. This one that really looks like a leaf when has the closed wings. Yeah, and this is I think is the sister of the 88. They're amazing, beautiful. Let's go there. It's amazing. Fall, the Iguazu Falls, Iguazu National Park is amazing also to see animals. Yeah, we have the coatis. They are our mascots. Yeah, we have the jaguar. I already had the chance to see jaguars 7 times. Until my last time, I have done a virtual tour. I have seen 6 times. But I have done a tour with a couple from Mexico a few days ago, and I have seen a jaguar. crossing the road again. That was so amazing. But was so quick that I couldn't take a video. But was amazing. The capuchin monkeys, they are always around. Yeah. The tapir. Tapir is an animal that's quite common, but I have never seen. In this 15 years working as a tour guide, 16 years working as a tour guide, they have never seen a tapir. But I have a lot of friends that they have seen already. Tegu lizard, this is the time for them. Springtime, I say, is a wonderful place, the wonderful time to come here and to see animals, to see birds, to see. Actually, the animals, they are just the baby animals, yeah? They born in this time of the year, yeah? We have he's the deer, the red rocket deer as well. We have a lot of them. Also, Iguazu is amazing place to reestablish your energy. Yeah, to come here, to be connected with the nature. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, I took this picture to bring to you here, and it's so amazing to be connected with the nature. Of course, to love. Can you imagine if someone asks you to get married here at the falls? Isn't a romantic place? It's amazing. And also, of course, it's a place to get married. Yes. You can get married here. You can organize your marriage here. Isn't it amazing? Well, Iguazu is a dreaming place. Life is too short to wait, and you have to come. Okay? Then I put here Iguaçu with C cedilha, Iguaçu with double S, Iguaçu with Z. Actually, you probably have seen on my presentation here that sometimes I put in double S, in C cedilha, in Z, because that is because it comes from the language. In Portuguese, we call with C cedilha by grammatic, with Z is in Spanish and double S is in English. Okay, but every time you're gonna see this in these ways of writing. Okay, then don't forget that Iguazu is a dreaming place, and life is too short to wait. We are waiting for you. I am waiting for you here. Make your dreams come true. Okay, and now where to stay in Iguazu? Actually, I wanted to bring to you some places that I can recommend. It's places that I know, places that my clients normally stay, and I really recommend to stay. Okay, Belmont das Cataratas is the hotel inside of the national park. It's not the cheapest one, but it's like you step out of the hotel, you are there at the falls. Yeah. Then we have this Wish Resort is a hotel that we have golf courses, and they are divided by houses. Yeah, the Vivaz Cataratas also now it's a very nice hotel. Actually, I remember when I was a little kid, this was the first round hotel, and was always there on the. It was very famous. Yeah, and a few years ago, like 2 or 3 years ago, they remodel everything, and it's amazing. And they do nice things there. They have a nice environment, and they also have a water park there. Recanto Cataratas Hotel also is an amazing hotel. It's not very close to downtown, okay, uh, but it's a wonderful place to stay. Nadai Comfort is on the downtown. Yeah, it's a good hotel to stay as well. It's not very expensive. It's very close to the shopping mall for people who wants to come to the mall. Yeah, to go to the downtown, walking. Yeah, Viale Tower Hotel. That's a hotel that stays right on the downtown. And from the top of the hotel, you have a wonderful view. You have like that sky view, you know? You have a view of all the city. It's so amazing. They have a bar there called Sky Bar. The Tetris Container Hostel, also a very good spot, a very good place to stay. They always do nice events there, interact people, local people with the tourists. Yeah. Pousada Guataporã. The Pousada Guataporã is like this is a agroecologic pousada. Yeah, it's amazing and concept design hostel as well. Then it's places that I recommend you to stay in here. If you want, if you sometime come to here, contact me, get some of these hotels, yeah, and be happy. Let's make your dream happen, yeah. Now, I want to tell you that this was a collaborative tour, yeah, a virtual tour that if someone want to collaborate with some contribution, this is my account, my bank account. If you want to leave me there, uh, I don't know how much I deserve. Okay, and this is my PayPal QR code. Okay, and it was amazing. Mhm. To have you here. Was amazing to show all this place for you. Yeah. And again, if you want to get my profile link, you can just go here on the description of this video. You get my profile, my profile link, the experiences page link, experiences page related to this tour, the pages with the special itinerary of the destination, page for virtual tours registration in November, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel and to give us a like. Okay? Follow also our social media. On Instagram, we are the underscore iFriend and Facebook at the iFriend. Okay? Was wonderful to have you here. And let me see here. If you have some questions about Iguazu, I want to thank you very much to watching this video, to be here with me. Okay? Thank you very much. I will just unshare my screen. Yeah. And if you have questions, I am here. Uh, I can see you. I can see the chat. If someone has some question, let me know. Hey, no questions for today? No questions? Well, since you don't have questions, I have to show you another thing that we have in Brazil. You know what? Coxinha. I told you that I had to show you another things. Coxinha. I showed to you caipirinha. Do you know coxinha? Coxinha comes from Brazil. It's amazing. Coxinha. And Guaraná. Guaraná Antártica. Yeah. Guaraná, it's a soft drink made by a fruit from Amazon. Do you want that I eat my coxinha? Yeah? Okay, I will eat. I love to do like this. Mm? Mm, mm. So good. You don't make me questions. Okay, guys. I hope you have enjoyed this tour. I hope you have enjoyed everything and follow us. Follow us, okay? No questions? I'm watching you here. I'm trying to see if you have questions for me, and it seems there's no questions. Yes or no? Hmm. Nicholas asked, now I see. One moment, one moment. A lot of questions. Now I can see. Hey. Squatties were trying to steal the food from some tourists when I was visiting there, and it was hilarious. Yes, squatties, they steal food. Always when you come here, that was what Erica, she was mentioned that on the chat. I just could see the chat now. Yeah, and the quad is when you come here, you have to be careful with them because if they smell that you have some cookies or if they actually hear the sound of a plastic bag, they will attack you. They want your food. Yeah, and if they were here, they should be eating my brigadeiro, my coxinha, my caipirinha, and my guaraná. Especially after two caipirinhas, I love you all. Which hotel would you recommend right at the falls? The one on the Brazilian or Argentinian side? Well, I recommend both. If you can go to Argentina, well, it's difficult to say, Erica. Both of the hotels, you have a wonderful experience. The Belmont Hotel is amazing, but the Melia Hotel also. On the Melia Hotel now, you have a swimming pool, like you know that swimming pool, and you have most of the rooms, like half of the rooms on the Melia Hotel, they face the Devil's Throat. Yeah. About cost, I think is the same, is equivalent for both. Yeah. I recommend you to stay one day on the Belmont and one day on the Melia. It's difficult to say. Bruno Ferrari, thanks so much for your tour and all the good information. Congratulations. Thank you, Bruno. Thank you, Thais. Congratulations. Lucy, thank you, Miss Lucy. Leonardo, can you write your account here? Uh, what? Yes, someone will write my account there. Um, Rosana, could you write? Rosana, now I will speak in Portuguese, okay? Rosana, você pode colocar a minha conta ali no chat, por favor? Yes, I speak Portuguese as well. Sometimes. Navaz, very good. Thank you, Jaqueline. Thank you. Are they multilingual, speaking English, German, Portuguese, Spanish? Who, the Quatis? The Quatis, they speak every language. They are used to people because we receive people from all over the world here. And if this is the Quatis, they do. Ay, ay. Very good. Oh my gosh, Lillian. There, the friend already put my account number there. Oh, now I'm hungry. Yes, I am hungry as well. Eu quero. Well, you can come here and have this drinks with me, have the brigadeiro with me. Yeah, I will be waiting for you. Okay? In the tour description, sorry, I was in the middle of writing my question when you thought nobody was asking the question. Did not meaning to offend here. Uh, I'm sorry. Well, I just saw the I think the chat just came to me now. Okay, that's why I was not answering. I was looking all the time here, but I couldn't see, and now I can see. Anyway, uh, Spanish, Portuguese, German, English, and Portuñol spoken. Nikos Niels, I don't know your name. Sorry. What is your name, please? Can you ask me the question again? I didn't, I think I misunderstood your question. Who speaks Spanish, Portuguese, German, English, and Portuguese? I speak Spanish, Portuguese, and English. Or Portu English. Okay, your question. Yeah, your question. What was your question? Your question was if I speak those languages. I think it takes a while until it comes for me. I'm saying here, but it's okay. People who work there. Oh yes, people who works here, they speak different languages. Yeah, we have tour guides here that speaks all the languages. We have people who speaks Chinese, Russian, Portuguese, Spanish, German, Dutch, uh, one more, Japanese, uh, whatever language, French. What language you ask for, we have tour guides that will speak. On the national park, people that works on the work time, like I mean on the national park, most people speak Spanish and English. Portuguese, Spanish, and English. That is normal, okay? You can, if you speak English or Spanish, you can contact everybody. But we have special guides that will speak different languages, okay? In Brazil, we speak Portuguese. That was the question. Did I answer your question correctly? People who work there. Yes? Did I answer your question? Okay, great. Then I hope you have enjoyed this tour. I hope it was, well, it was a big pleasure to be with you here. Okay? Thank you very much, guys. I have to go now. Okay? Have a nice day, a good night, or whatever. Okay? Bye bye.